Hey guys, welcome into this broadcast. Look, this is the last Saturday of 2019. Not only that, it's the last Saturday of this decade. Really look back at what you've done, not only over the past year, but over the past 10 years to get you to the point where it is that you are. Because it has been by design, whether you realize it or not. You've created your life up to this point. And now I want you to really, really look at taking some control over what's going on. The biggest question that I get asked, I should say one of the top three, is how to get started in voiceover, how to get started in voice acting. What is it that I need to do to actually get started in this? Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm using an HD camera so you can see all my scruff, but cool. Um, but anyway, and now I'm out of focus. All right. So, what is it that we need to do? Let's get in focus again. What is it that we need to do to actually get started in voiceover? And I'm so proud of all the folks that have and are participating in the votextips.com, because the questions that I'm going to be answering today actually came to me through the folks that are members of that. It's absolutely free to join. So you may want to check that out, votextips.com, and get in the program because it's free, doesn't cost you a thing. And I'll be answering your questions just like I'm answering these folks' questions here today. And I'm going to be sharing some things with you that I've got coming up that you really need to be aware of. So first of all, congratulations to everyone that's coming in right now to watch this live stream that I'm doing here on the last Saturday of 2019. If you're in here already, just let me know, shoot me a message in the comments or whatever to just let me know that you're here, and I definitely will respond back to that. So thank you all for being here. Appreciate you so much. So let's get into some of the questions that we've got going on. And I'm going to be going through about 6 questions that came into me from members of votextips.com. And these are all questions that relate to you that are really, there's some good questions because you don't know what you don't know. And I tell people all the time, if you don't ask the question, you'll never get the answer. So there is no stupid question. If you don't know, just ask. So one question came in: how to build my voiceover career and still work full time, and how and when to make the transition. All right, so let's take a stab at that question. The first part of this: how to build my voiceover career. Building a voiceover career is not easy, but it's simple. And I'll explain to you what I mean by that. It is all about client acquisition. It is all about understanding the talent that you have, the demographic that you want to go after. When I talk about demographic, I'm really talking about the genre of voiceover that you want to go after, the micro niche in voiceover that you want to go after. And when you're first starting out, you kind of have to taste it all a bit to see what you're actually good at. Now, when you're getting started in voiceover, there's something that sparked that interest in becoming a voiceover artist. There's something that tickled your fancy, if you will, to even want you get involved in this. So let me talk about one of the major dangers when you're getting into voiceover. If you get into voiceover because you think it's an easy thing to do, it's not for you. This is not easy, but it is simple. Because all you have to do is learn the skills that go behind script interpretation. You have to learn the skills that go behind learning your DAW, audio production and editing for your particular genre or genres that you're going after. These things are very easily taught, and most people can do them. People say, it's funny because people will come to me and say, people have told me for years I've got a voice for voiceover and I should be doing voiceover. None of that matters. Also, on the flip side, you that think you don't have a proper voice for voiceover, you do. There is a need in our industry for every type of voice. There is no quote unquote voiceover voice, because there are so much work and there's so many different industries to get into that it makes it possible for the one that is willing to grind and don't quit to really hustle to win. And with the advent, and let me just say this, because with the advent of the internet, the playing field is level. There anyone can go out, get the proper equipment, get the proper training, and can do this. You can learn how to do your script interpretation and audio production. You should be able to learn this within 3 months. And I'm talking specifically to people that actually do have, some technical skills in regards to the internet and how to use that and how to download software and really get into that. If you're technically challenged in the day that we live in right now, it could be very hard if you're technically challenged. But even if you're technically challenged, if you're willing to just do the work to learn what you don't know, you can still win at this. So the question, how to build my voiceover career and still work full time, is hard. I did it. I did it. Many of you know my schedule that, I've talked about my story quite a few times on my YouTube channel. And my story, and I won't go back into it, but what are you willing to sacrifice in order to build your business? I took a $30,000 pay cut so that I could work a job and have a schedule that allowed me to build my business because that was my main priority. I put up a post a couple of weeks ago and I said, it said, is your $60,000 a year job the price you're paying to not follow your dream? Think about that for a minute. Because, the saying, a bird in the hand beats two in the bush. It's like, if your job is the thing that's satisfying you, but you don't have the entrepreneurial insight and DNA to actually go out and build something from scratch, that definitely could be an issue, right? It could definitely be an issue. So you have to make a decision during the time that you're working your soul sucking job or whatever. There comes a point where you have to just make a decision. What is more important? Now, I'm not talking about quitting your job and going all in on voiceover. I'm talking about working your job, your 9 to 5, and then from 6 to 1 in the morning, what are you doing? From 7 to 12, what are you doing? Midnight. Because if you're, totally bought in and you're willing and you want to actually build this business, you're going to do it. If you give it part-time effort, you're going to get part-time results, period. If you give it full-time effort, you're going to get full-time results. You should go back and look at some of my older YouTube videos where I talked about my schedule and what I did in order to build it. And it took me 2 years. It literally took me 2 years to build it. So that's key. And when the transition comes into play, you'll know when to transition because you've replaced your income or more. You can't quit your job until you do that, period. So that's when you transition. All right. So thanks for that question that came in. The equipment brands needed to start voiceover work. The gear is basically what this question is about. You can get started in this for under $500. Right at the $500 mark, you can get started with a decent mic, a decent interface, and whatever DAW you want to use. So the equipment and the gear is not that big of a deal. Actually, you can go to, I forgot I got the link right here, provogear.us. It's provogear.us. And I list out some of the gear that I've used, the gear that I believe in, some affordable gear that I've used before, and all of that. You don't need to start off with a Sennheiser MKH416, which is $1,000 mic that I'm sitting here talking to you on. You don't need to start with that. You can get started with everything you need for $500 or less, right around that price mark. You decide, you choose what it is and where it is that you want to start. And people put too much of a high value on the gear. And I'm saying this as a person that puts high value on gear, but you don't let the price of your gear be the thing that stops you from starting. So don't put too much value on the fact that you can't afford $1,000 mic today. Start off with a $300 mic. Start off with a $200 mic. You start where you can afford. And when you understand the principles of voiceover, script interpretation, and in particular audio production, your $200 mic can sound just as good as a $1,000 mic. You just have to tweak it a bit. That's all. So don't let that stop you. So if you're really looking for gear, go to www.provogear.us and you'll see the things that I suggest in there. All right. So what's the next question up? Outside of brands, who are my potential clients? So outside of Disney or some major studio, who are your potential clients? Everyone that owns a business. Let's just be real. Everyone that owns a business can potentially use your services because they're either going to be creating content online, they're going to be doing radio commercials, they're going to be doing television commercials, they're going to be making Facebook ads. There's anyone that has a business that understands that they need to use social media and produce content at scale across the social media platforms. You can produce this content for. So here's the thing: is you don't want to shoot too broad. You want to become very narrow in your thinking when it comes to marketing, because the broader that you are in who you go after, the less impact you have. For instance, I have an audience of authors that I produce book trailers for. And that's a very narrow focus, but it produces a lot of business. So you've got to decide in the building of your business, after you've got your gear, you've had maybe a little training on script interpretation, you've had some uh, training on audio production, so you know how to produce your audio. And let me just be clear: most people in voiceover are overproducing their audio. Doing audio production for voiceover is one of the simplest things out there to do. There's not a lot. It's very little that you have to do. So it's very little that you have to learn. So you may be watching videos that are over the top of the production value that you need to have in voiceover, depending on the genre that you've chosen. All right. So let's take a look at um, most pressing question is where to start for absolute beginners. Absolute beginners. Where is it that I need to start? What is it that I need to do? How do I start? So here's the first thing, and it's one of those questions that has come up so much for me. Um, and let me just go. There's a link that I want to put actually for this. So let me just grab that link, and I'm going to pop that into the comments as well, so that you can see that. If you're watching me live, just go ahead and let me know you're here. I feel like I'm talking to myself. So let me know that you're here if you're watching me live, just so I can say hello. So I just put in the link um, for a training course that I have for absolute beginners. This is everything that you need to know as a beginner. It's a pretty in-depth course that goes into some very major things that are definitely going to be there to help you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen to kind of show you um, what it is here. Let me cancel this out here, and let me actually open the web page. And actually, I can show you this one. This is where I want it to be. I'm going to show you what's in the course. So let's go ahead and share the screen. And where are we here? I'll just share my entire screen. Share this, and let's go over to here. So this is what is in. Is this being shared? Oh, right here. So let's put this up. And let's put that up. So this is the thing here. And let me just stop this, and I can take my little self off camera here. Nope. Nope. If someone is watching me live, let me know. For some reason, I'm not sure if I'm broadcasting or not. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I wasn't sure if I was broadcasting live or not, but so here we go. All right, so I'm back. That was kind of funny. In the interface that I'm using, it wasn't showing me your comments. It wasn't. Let's turn that off. I wasn't sure if I was actually broadcasting, which was weird. All right. Because I'm used to seeing comments and I wasn't seeing any comments rolling up. So there was something wrong with the interface. But anyway, so back to where I was. I want to share this screen with you um, that is going to show. Here we go. That's not the screen that I want to share. Stop sharing. And it's actually that one. So let's try this again. Share screen, Chrome tab, this one. Here we are. So now I can share the screen with you guys. And I want to try and solo this. So let's see. There we go. We were talking about getting started in voiceover. So I developed this whole course on get started in voiceover. I developed this about 6-7 months ago because I was getting so many questions about this, how to actually get started in voiceover. So here's the thing that is in this course. And it is, I say it's valued at over $500 because it is. It's actually probably more than that. But you've got the little welcome. So here's the thing that is in this course for all the beginners: how to set up your recording space. And I started with that because that is actually the most important thing. There is nothing more important than your recording space, because I don't care if you have a $1,000 microphone. If the space that you're recording in is not suitable, the $1,000 mic is going to sound like crap no matter what. So I go through how to set up your recording space. Then after that, I go into your gear, the gear that you're actually going to need. And I said earlier that you can get started with less than $500 on gear. So I go through the gear that you're going to need. And then here's the thing: you got to take a quiz. There's no sense in me going through all this information and you haven't understood the stuff that I've already said. So there's a quiz basically after every 2 lessons. I go into your DAW, how to use it, what you need to know about your DAW. We go into script interpretation. Then there's another quiz. I added value in this with quizzes because so many people want to consume information, but then they forget. Or so many people, here's the real thing: so many people want information, but they hate doing the thing in the information. That really drives me crazy. Then after that, we go into finding your niche. What is it that you actually want to do in voiceover? We go into pricing. How do you set your prices at whatever level you are? And that's a beginner question as well. How much do I charge? So I explain that. We have another quiz. And in section 4, we talk about working on freelance sites like Fiverr and Upwork and things of that nature. We even talk about pay-to-play sites, how to do those things. Then we go to another quiz. Then after you've learned all that, then we go into your website. What does your website actually need to look like? Really, what does that need to look like? And we go into email marketing, and I get your opinion on the course. And then I've got some bonus content that is there as well. So these are the things that I believe are really important for people to understand that are just starting out. So let me know in the comments. Is everybody clear on what I've said? I know we had a little debacle with this particular video, so I wanted to make sure. So the information that I just provided, who in here is brand new or has been in voiceover for less than 6 months? Just let me know in the comments. Who's been in voiceover for less than 6 months? Because those people that are brand new and have been in for less than 6 months are the people that actually need this course to be able to go in depth. And it's one of those things where not only with that course, but also even with joining VOTextTips.com for free is something. Look, 2020 is here. And if you don't have a plan, now's the time to get one. And are you just looking to dip your toe in and get your toe wet? Or, are you actually looking to build a business here? Because this is the major thing. Are you actually looking to build a business? Or is this just a hobby for you and you have no real plan? Right? So in the comment section right now, I want to know, how long have you been in voiceover? Just type that in. I know I asked for, 6 months or less, but how long have you actually been doing voiceover? Let me ask you that question. And I want to see everybody just comment. And by the way, while you're typing in those questions, go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you would, or a thumbs down. Either one doesn't matter. If you like the content that I'm producing for you right now, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up on this video right now. So here's the thing. All right. So BDoggy45 says, I am. That must be, is that brand new? Or when you said I am, what does that mean? Green Shadow, Crystal City, Growductions. I like that. Less than 6 months. So here's the thing. If you don't have a plan, I'm trying to give you one. I'm trying to let you see what it is that you need to get started. That's the main thing. All right. Otis Who's question music. He's a newbie. All right. Awesome. Otis, when you say you're a newbie, have you started yet, or you have not started at all? Let me know that. You guys should be typing more in. There's like a bunch of people on, so I'm wondering why nobody's commenting right now. So here's the thing. For all of you that are, let me just see here. Just looking for something. Let's copy this while I'm waiting for you guys to type in your stuff. All right. For those of you that are actually interested in how to get started in voiceover, I'm going to put the link in. I think the link is in the comments or is in the show notes as well for this video. But here's the thing. I'm going to tell you the things that need to happen. Just got the equipment and desire. Awesome. Otis, I'm going to tell you the things that need to happen. One, you need to start. And if you don't know how to start, you need to get the course that I just posted. I'm going to tell you how to get started. Because if you don't start, you'll never start. And that is the biggest thing that holds everyone back from success, is the starting. There may be a little bit of fear, a little bit of self-limiting beliefs, can I really do this or whatever. But if you never start, you never know. And that's real. If you never start, you never know. And after that, the getting started is just developing your talent. That shouldn't take you more than 3 to 4, 5, 6 months. 6 months at max, 3 months at minimum to actually learn the skill set. And I'm talking about from script interpretation to audio production for what it is that you need to do. If you're taking 3 years to learn this, this is not rocket science. This is not rocket science. And then after you get that down, it's all about client acquisition at that point. It's all about building your brand at that point. It's about getting the client. You guys have heard me say for so many times, look, your number one job as a VO is to get the client. There is nothing more important. It does not, I don't care what kind of mic you have. You getting more clients is not dependent on your mic. You getting more clients is not changing up your DAW. You getting clients is completely dependent on you getting clients, period. It's one of the things I'm going to be heavy on in 2020 is client acquisition. But I know there's a lot of newbies that are in here or people that are just starting, and you just need to know how to get that ball rolling. So what's holding you back from getting the ball rolling? Is it information? Is it coaching? Is it training? We'll go get it. And this is the whole reason why I put out the program, basically how you can know everything you need to know to get started in voiceover. It's a very successful program. There's been close to 300 people in the past 6 months that have gone through the program. So when you get in the program, you'll be able to see the people talking in there. And that's another thing. Because while you're in the program, when things come up and you don't understand, all you have to do is type a comment. I see it and I answer it, period. All right. So for the price, you're still able to touch me, which is crazy. So, and never mind the votextips.com. If you're not a member of votextips.com, I don't know what's wrong with you. There's no charge for it. It's absolutely free. And you're going to get some great benefits from being a part of that program as well. There is no cost. It's free. Go join votextips.com right now so that we can, start getting you on the path. And the first thing when you join votextips.com, the first thing that I ask you is, what is your most pressing question right now that you need an answer to? And I answer it. Or I come on and do a video like I'm doing right now. Let me see which one is the best question here. I've got, where can I get training to start? That literally was a question that came in from votechtips.com. It's like, where can I go to get training? Look, just go to the link that I put in, and I already put that link in. The link is also in the show notes on how to get started in voiceover. So now what I want to do is I want to open this up for Q&A. I want to know what your questions are. And if you don't ask a question, obviously it won't get answered. But if you ask me a question, I'll take one, at most two. So go ahead, and what you might want to do to beat someone is just type in, I've got a question, and then hit enter. So I see you've got a question, and then go back and type in your question, because it may take you longer than normal to actually type in your whole question, and someone may beat you out. So the first two people that type in, I have a question, I'm going to answer your question. So ready, set, go. On getting your questions answered. And let me see what's come in so far. Practice and absorbing for over a year. Okay, if you're still practicing and absorbing for over a year, and this is Romy's DIY projects, I don't know why it's taking you that long. And I'm talking that firm to you because it doesn't sound like this is a priority, or you're not sure of yourself, or you simply don't have the talent and you know it. Let me know which one that is. B-Doggy45, my plan was for this year to save up and learn all I can. The next year, act and invest and get training. Why so long? The thing that people are putting a year out that should only take a few months to actually get going and doing is the thing that, like, I struggle with. Why would you put your dream that far out when it's so close? What are you putting in front of your dream right now? And maybe that's the case. Maybe the dream isn't the priority. Maybe something else is. I don't know, unless you ask the question. John Clark, planning for 2020 to work in the field of e-learning, mainly developing my own materials. Okay. And I think, John, are you a part of the Get It All from Earl Hall program? I'm not sure. I forget. Let me know. Are you a part of that program? Literally, it's at the website vobizpro.com for anyone that wants to know how you can get it all from me. Everything you need is right there at vobizpro.com. Meetings this morning with a personal coach. Okay, awesome. Great. If you think you need coaching on whatever it is, go get it. The knowledge you don't have, go get it. Let's see. John is saying, I must admit, I don't like the sound of my recorded voice. How do I get over this? John, just get over it. No one likes the sound of their voice in the beginning. I didn't. No one I've ever talked to did. It's just something you need to do. And you don't get over it by thinking how to get over it. You get over it by doing. The only way to get over it is through action. There's no pill to take. There's no course to take for that. How do I get over it? You do it. You do it. That's it. All right. Let's see. Texas Green Brewery question. Do not know where to start and what to start with. Okay. Texas Green Brewery. I just posted a link so that you can go get the information that you need, and you can actually take whatever time it is that you're going to take to learn it. And I answer every freaking question, and will continue to answer questions for people in this program. So at this point, TX Green Brewery, either you'll take action and get what you need with that link that I just posted, and you'll go get trained, or it's not that valuable to you, or it's not that important to you. That's the only answer. So when you say I can't let's see, what did I say? When you say you don't know where to start and what to start with, I just gave you the answer. Click the link, get the course. Everything you need is in there. It's either you'll do it or you won't, because it's not going to come to you. Like, for instance, so many times people, they want an answer to a question, but they don't want to actually do the work to actually get that answer, meaning the work in the answer. So I can't answer your question here in a few minutes on what you need to do to get started. But in the course, I go deep. I can't do that here on a live stream on YouTube. And it's not a quick answer because it's a lot. It's a lot. It's what you put your value on. What do you want to do? What are you going to do? You have to make the decision on if this is what you want to do or not. Either this is your dream or it's not. And if it is your dream, you'll do whatever it takes. All right. John said he is a part of the program. B Doggy says money because I stopped going to school because I believe I want to do voiceover as a career for the rest of my life. Well, here's the thing. It's going to take money to do voiceover. So either you're going to have to get a job to get the money to build your dream, because it's not going to happen otherwise, because this is not something that you can do without some level of investment, whether it be gear, whether it be coaching or training. There's some level of investment you need, and there is no business out there that you do not have to get coaching and training in, and you do not have to invest in. You have to make that decision. All right. It's Miss VS World. I'm not crazy about the sound of my speaking voice, but I'm getting over. Okay, we talked about that earlier about the speaking voice. Crystal City Productions. I can't download the spreadsheet to see how much I need to make a month. Oh, okay. Shoot me an email. I'm not sure why you can't download the spreadsheet. Shoot me an email at earl@earlhallstudio.com with that. I'll see that email later today. Make sure you give me your handle, Green Shadow / Crystal City or whatever, and I'll email it to you. So just email me at earl@earlhallstudio.com and I'll make sure that you get that. All right. And that's a part of the Green Shadow is Green Shadow. You have the beginner course, right? Oh, and I see here at the bottom you're saying get the course, people. Definitely. It's like it's going to answer all your questions. So if you want your questions answered, in depth, go ahead and do that. All right. Like the answer. I'm in the program. How do I balance out? This is from Clayface Games. How do I balance out my audio when I spike? Should I re-record? Yes, if you spike, you need to re-record. But here's the thing, and I go through some of that as well in the beginner course, is about your DAW. And a lot of these questions about recording, I'm answering in there. Because it's important that you know. Because one question is going to lead to another, period. One question is going to lead to another. Yes, if you spike, you got to re-record. But if you're spiking, there's an issue with how you have your DAW set. Period. There's an issue with that. You need to learn it. All right. B-Doggy saying, I got 3 jobs this year. Okay, awesome. Nathaniel Salandi, after vocal knowledge and business knowledge is obtained and demo recorded, how do we obtain reputable vocal work without any credits? That's what I'm going through and going over. And I'll be talking about that actually for everyone that's in the Get It All from Earl Hall program, which is at the vobizpro.com. We have a live stream. I do a live training with my group every other Monday. It's coming up this Monday. It's at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's client acquisition. So this is a deep topic. This is a deep topic that cannot be answered in a sentence. We've got to go through some stuff. And for everyone that's involved in the Get It All from Earl Hall program, you get to basically come on live with me every other Monday. Every other Monday, I come on with my group and I answer your questions. It is much different than here, whereas I don't have a lot of time. In the Get It All from Earl Hall program, I stay with you. Every person that's on that call, I answer your question until it's done because you're in my group. You're committed to building your business. So if it's a thing where you're wondering, in particular, who is that? Was it? Yeah, Nathaniel Salandi. That question right there, if you don't have the beginner knowledge, you need to get the beginner course. After you go through that beginner course, believe me, I give you access on how, I give you information on how you can access the Get It All from Earl Hall program. In the Get It All from Earl Hall program, though, the vobizpro.com, you get the beginner course as well. It's all there because you get it all. Everything that I've ever trained on, you get it. So it might be something you might want to do right now. The vobizpro.com. Right now, the price is going up. So on the first of the year, the price is going up. Go to vobizpro.com right now, get the course because it is going to go up. because it is that valuable. All right. So what else do we have here? 2020 will be a great year. Okay. Thanks. It's time to get the ball rolling. Thanks for taking the time. Absolutely. Appreciate that. I'm the VO guy. What course is it that Green Shadow mentions, please? Green Shadow Green Shadow. Can you answer that question? Because I want you to answer it. I don't want to answer it. Can you type in what were you saying? Get the course, because it's probably one you have already and people want to know what that is. I dare say it's probably the beginner course. I could be wrong. That's why I want Green Shadow to answer that if they're still online. So if you are, please answer the question for who was that? I am the VO guy is asking, what course is it that Green Shadow mentions, please? Hopefully they're still online and they will answer that question. And I wasn't sure. I've done so much talking. I was thinking that Green Shadow was talking about the beginner course, which I've put the link in a couple of times in the comments already, and it's the link in the show notes. But if you actually want to get that and everything else that I offer, you want to go to vobizpro.com because that's included. That's why it's called the Get It All from Earl Hall program. You get everything that I have, plus you're able to come on live with me in my private Q&A group coaching session that I do every other Monday, and I answer your questions thoroughly. Green Shadow, she says, I got in on the $97 a month for the whole course. So she is talking about, or he is, I don't know if Green Shadow is male or female. They're talking about the $97 a month course, which is the Get It All from Earl Hall program. That's at vobizpro.com. It's at vobizpro.com. And that course, people got in on that course at a lower rate than 97. Then it went up to 97. And I kept telling people, this course is going up because of the value that I know is there, because it's everything you need. It is everything you will ever need. It is a course that is forever growing. I will continue to produce content in this course, and you don't have to worry about getting stale or behind. I'm going to be giving you all my concepts. I'm going to be giving you all my training. I'm going to be giving you everything that you need. So the vobizpro.com, that's the Get It All from Earl Hall program. You probably want to go ahead and grab it while it's as low as it is, because on January 1, the price goes up again. All right. Green Shadow is saying it's worth every penny. I'm a boy, Damien. It's Damien. I'm a boy. Oh no, it is. I'm a boy, Damien. Oh my gosh. If you've never seen, what is it? The third version of Friday. Oh my gosh. So funny. Anyway, I guess that's a private joke between people that haven't seen the Friday series. Oh my gosh. All right. All right, so I am the VO guy. You have that already. Okay, great. Then you've got that. Texas Green is laughing out loud at me laughing out loud with that. All right, guys. So here's the thing. Some of you are going to take action. Some of you are not. Actually, most of you are not going to take action that aren't already involved in my programs. The people that are involved in my programs, they know the value. That's why, I am the VO guy is talking about it. That's why Green Shadow is talking about it. They've been in for a while, so they know the value that's there. You're not going to know the value that's there until you go and see. So go to the website, vobizpro.com. It is the best thing that I offer, and it is the thing that is going to change your 2020 if you're willing to dig in and execute on the information that is there. Either you are or you aren't. It is completely 100% in your control. Your success or failure, it's all on you. I can only do what I can do, but I can't do the work for you. But I can definitely show you the work to do. That's why I say it's not easy, because it's a lot of work, but it's a simple process. All you have to do is follow. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here with me today. This has been great, and I'm looking forward to everyone that's in the Get It All from Earl Hall program already. I sent out an email before this live stream, letting you know with the link and everything to be able to log into that. And it's also in the course for Get It All from Earl Hall program. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you that are there. There's a bunch of you, by the way. So I'm looking forward to Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. on the West Coast, where we're going to dive into client acquisition. I'm going to be telling you how to get the client. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Visit the website, all of them that are below, the VOTechtips.com. It's free. The ProVOGear.us is going to tell you the gear that you need to get, and the VOBizPro.com, which is the Get It All from Earl Hall program. I'll see you guys soon. Love you guys.